At the edge of the River Tees, where land meets the slow pull of the North Sea, lies a place shaped by two forces, industry and tide. A landscape that at first glance feels unlikely. Pipes, chimneys, distant structures etched into the horizon. A reminder of a past and present defined by human need, production and progress. And yet, look closer. Because here at the water's edge, another story unfolds. For generations, this estuary has carried more than water. It carried the rise of industry in the northeast. Steelworks, chemical plants, shipping routes, an engine of livelihoods, powering towns and cities along its banks. The river was reshaped, channels deepened, land reclaimed, mudflats shifted under the weight of change. Places like this were never meant to be still. They were built to move, to produce and to serve. And for a time, nature stepped back, not gone, but quieter, waiting. But the tide never stopped. Twice a day it breathes life into this place, drawing water in and letting it fall away again. A rhythm older than any structure standing here. And with that rhythm came opportunity, because when the tide retreats, it reveals something vital: space. Open, exposed space of mudflats stretching wide beneath the sky. And it is here that the seals arrive. The common seal, also known as the harbour seal, is at home on coastal waters, estuaries and sheltered shores. Adaptable, watchful, perfectly suited to a life lived between land and sea. They do not claim this place loudly. They simply return to it, tide after tide. As the water pulls back, they haul themselves onto the sandbanks. Heavy, deliberate movements giving way to stillness. Here they will rest. Energy conserved between hunts, bodies warmed by the open air, safety found not in isolation but in awareness. Because even in rest, they are never unaware. Heads lift, eyes open, always watching. Up close, the detail tells its own story. Dark glass-like eyes scanning the horizon. Whiskers finely tuned sensors, reading the slightest movement in air and water. Every feature shaped by a life spent navigating shifting conditions. Above the surface, they may seem slow, even awkward. But beneath it, they are something else entirely. When the tide begins to turn, the transformation is immediate. What was still becomes fluid. A single movement and they slip back into the water where their bodies belong. Effortless, silent. Here they are not resting creatures but hunters, streamlined, powerful and precise. The same waters that reflect industry now carry life moving just beneath the surface. All around them the presence of people remains. Pipelines trace the land, structures rise against the skyline. The distant hum of industry never fully fades. It would be easy to see these worlds as separate, but here they are not. Because despite everything, change, pressure, transformation, this place still provides what the seals need. And that is space to rest, water to hunt, a rhythm they can rely on. This area is not untouched wilderness. It is something more complex. It's a meeting point where the marks of the past remain visible, but life has found its way back, not by erasing what came before, but by adapting around it. The seals do not resist the landscape, they read it. They move with it, and they trust the tide. And the tide never stops. It rises, it falls. It reshapes everything in quiet, steady cycles. What is exposed becomes hidden. What is still becomes moving. And in that constant change there is stability, a rhythm that holds this place together. As the water returns once more, the sandbanks begin to disappear. The resting ground fades beneath the surface, and the seals follow the tide back out, until the cycle begins again, tomorrow, and the next day, and the next. Because here, at the edge of industry and sea, life endures.